Welcome to today's What I Eat in a Day video. We're gonna be replacing dairy. Y'all ready? Come eat with me. So for today, I'm starting off with the Seamoss Rose Lemonade. Y'all, Here's what's dope about this. First of all, with lemonade, obviously it's bitter. So you naturally want to add a sweetener. But by adding the rose, there's a sweet floral scent that requires less sweetener because the flower itself is sweet. Not sugary, but sweet, if that makes sense. And so I'm starting off with this. And of course, the sea moss is a powerhouse for all the minerals that we need for our day. So, oh, y'all want to see how it's made? You don't want to sit here and watch me drink it all day? Let me go ahead and show you how it's made. Enjoy. So to make this rose sea moss lemonade, you want to start with real lemons. I know some of you like to take shortcuts and buy that lemon juice, using that word very loosely, that comes in the yellow lemon shaped container. Don't do that, y'all. That's just flavoring and foolishness. Don't do it. Get real lemons. The other part of the reason why you want to get real lemons is because this is about not just flavor, but also getting the cleansing property. And lemons are great to start with in the morning. So get real lemons. And then after that, you want to add your sea moss. I added heaping scoops, okay? The more sea moss you add, the thicker it will be. The less sea moss you add, the thinner it will be. So just know from a texture perspective to expect that. And then you want to sweeten it. I added agave, just a touch. You don't need a lot. Now it's time for the rose. So you're going to add your rose petals. You want to make sure you get food grade rose petals because those are the ones that are made for edible consumption. I got these in the Whole Foods spice section. So you can also add rose extract. Add your water and get to blending. Blend the whole thing up. Now, after you blend it, you could drink it, but I wouldn't recommend it. So I put mine in the fridge, let it sit overnight, and then I took it out. I shook it up, and the color is even different. Like it's a more beautiful kind of sunset rose pink that I love. And then I drank it, and that y'all. I also added a few extra rose petals only for the camera, y'all. If you're home, you don't need to do this unless you just want to impress people, but they're really challenging to drink around. So I still had to strain it so I could actually drink this, but that's how you make it. Really simple, really easy. And feel free to experiment with maybe lavender, chamomile, other flowers. Imparting that floral essence into your morning drink is just such a nice hug to wake up to the day. Enjoy. All right, y'all, so I am all the way hydrated, and now I'm about to get my morning workout in. I'm gonna be working out with Kukuwa Fitness, my girl Coach Cass, and Mama Cooks. We're gonna get some dancing in. If you are not working out with Kukuwa Fitness, you are missing out on life. Listen, if you struggle with getting up in the morning and you have a hard time getting your energy up, this is what you need to be doing with your mornings, all right? So let's dance. When you start the morning moving your boom seat, it gets all the systems ready. I love working out with Kukuwa Fitness because they literally get me sweating, moving, ready for the day. And always after working out with them, y'all, I'm hungry. So, my God. My God. Perfect. So I'm eating a Parfait. And you may be wondering about the yogurt that I'm using. Well, It is a vegan yogurt that I love, a replacement that I'm using. And I always get it unsweetened again because I don't want the sugariness. I don't mind sweet. I just don't want the sugariness. But I'm going to sit here and enjoy my breakfast, and I'm going to show you how I made it. To start, because we're not using a sweetened yogurt, we're going to be using our fruit as our sweetener. So I'm taking frozen blueberries. Add frozen blueberries to a pan and just warm them up a bit. Add a little bit of maple syrup and basically make a fruit compote. And then I layer that into my parfait. As I mentioned, we're replacing dairy. For this parfait, there are so many different vegan yogurt options. However, for a lot of them, when I look at the labels, I'm a little skeptical because they have so many other ingredients like fillers and thickeners and stabilizers. I don't want it. Cocoa is giving us just cultured coconut milk, some active live bacterial cultures, and I'm here for it. I always get the plain because I don't want to be bothered with the extra sugar and sweeteners. I'd rather make it myself. So to do that, I add maple syrup and vanilla, and I add it to my liking. And once I taste it and see that it's working, that's what I go for. I'm going to be using a grainless granola. I prefer grainless granola because it focuses more so on the nuts, which gives me the added protein that I would need for my breakfast. And also, I find that the one from Trader Joe's is more on the salty side than the sweet side, which helps to not make this a sugary, sweet breakfast, but rather a well-balanced, flavored meal. This is good. My God. I'm headed to acupuncture because it doesn't make sense to put all this balanced food into an imbalanced body. I've been getting acupuncture for the past 4 years, and it has been a lifesaver. Acupuncture has helped me greatly with my digestion, especially because there was a period of time when I was experiencing constipation. So if you're having this sort of issue and you're eating all the fiber and all the things and you're still not moving, you just might need acupuncture to just kind of charge your circuits and get your organs back functioning the way they should again. What I love about acupuncture is that they start with the principle that you're already whole. Everything you need is already inside of you. Their job is just to make sure everything is balanced and reconfigure the things a bit so when you get off the table, you feel 1000% whole. And that's exactly how I feel when I get off. Every time I come off this table, first of all, I feel like I was in a twilight zone, but in a good way. Like in a place of like pillowy, soft clouds, floating, levitating, being, dreaming. So the hardest part about ending meditation is that I have to go back out in these New York City streets. But thank God here at Za'atar, they have a lounge and a salt cave where you could just kind of come to before you go back out into the New York City chaos that they call a street. Oh my God. I love, love, love when I get acupuncture because it just calms my nervous system so much, especially coming home from the city. It's hot, y'all. It's so hot. And I have some work to do, but before I get to work, we must eat. And on days like this when it's this hot, all I want is salad, but that can get boring sometimes. So when I think about putting salad in a sandwich, that's a lot more fun. So we're gonna have this shawarma inspired pita with lots of veggies, and we're gonna be using oyster mushrooms to make our shawarma. And because some of you wanna know how we replace the dairy, I'm adding feta to this. But watch what I do to make it special. Now for the sandwich, let's start with the cheese. I was really inspired by this local Mediterranean market in my neighborhood. Now, even though I've been releasing dairy from my diet, there are times where I still remember how much I used to enjoy it. And when I saw this, I was like, ooh, that looks delicious. So I took the idea, bought Trader Joe's vegan version, and added the Za'atar spice, olive oil, and salt to bring this feta cheese alive. And then next for the sandwich, we want to add in our peppers. Now for the peppers, you definitely want to slice them up in a way that you find most palatable. I like the slices and I love using all the colors because they give different flavors and it's pretty. And then I cut my onion up and I saute that as well. Now I ended up sauteing the peppers, but on second thought, they would have been way better had I left them fresh. So it's up to you. And of course, to maximize the freshness and the fiber, because this really is a salad in sandwich form, I'm mixing my slaw, which I got from Trader Joe's to save time on the work for me, with their herb tahini sauce and Himalayan pink sea salt. So after the veggies are done, put those aside, they're ready, and it is time to prep the shawarma mushrooms. You're going to start with a base of chickpea flour, add that to a bowl, and then you want to add Trader Joe's vegan chicken seasoning, smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion salt, shawarma seasoning, and Himalayan pink sea salt. And then you mix all of that and then add enough water to form the consistency of a pancake batter. Once your batter is made, dip in your shrooms, fry them up, and then make the pita. Y'all, this thing is so good. Enjoy. Ooh, child. That's good. Of course it is. I made it. That was delicious. I love a good meal. Like when it hits the spot, hello. And that definitely hit the spot. If you make it, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know how these mushrooms are just changing your plant-based life, giving all your sandwiches and your salads and your meals some mwah! My God. Mushroom shawarma. Anywho, lunch is over. It is time to get to work. I have some editing that I gotta do for these videos. So I'm gonna get to editing, but I just wanna share something really quickly. I get dehydrated if I'm not drinking enough water, and when it's hot, I could drink water, but sometimes that gets monotonous. And I want a little bit of pizzazz in my day. So I had some leftover cucumber and some celery because off camera I made a vegan tuna, which I've already made on the channel before. But I decided to use the leftovers and just make a nice cucumber celery juice. Ultra hydrating, and I love the taste. Again, I'm not always looking for the sweetest thing as much as I'm looking for the most nourishing thing. And so if you're new to green juices, this might be interesting. Maybe you might want to add a piece of green apple to it. But I've taken off the apple and just drink it as it is, and y'all, so good. And the trick, drink it cold. Like, get it down cold. But celery and cucumber juice, that's what this is. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get to work and I will see you guys in a bit. Perfect. I get some spotlight. All right, I'm officially at capacity with editing for the day. I'm going to transition into my rest and relaxation mode, and we are going to go have movie night, one of my favorites, and I'm going to give you one extra treat. So for movie night, we're going to be having coffee and chocolate, but listen, remember I told you I was going to show you how I substitute dairy. So we're going to be having coffee ice cream with chocolate brownie. Mwah. The two flavors go together perfectly. Let me show you how I make it. If you haven't tried mud, you are missing out. Mud is so good, y'all. It's made from coconut milk and sweetened with dates. This is perfect for anyone who enjoys ice cream but needs to fall back on the dairy and the processed sugar. Instead of baking a pound of brownies, it's just me, gluten-free, and it doesn't use any refined sugars to sweeten it. Now the size of it is what I used to eat back in the day before I got more conscious and mindful about what I eat. But now I cut it in half, and then I cut that in half as well, and it's just enough to satiate. We're gonna top this with some coconut whipped cream and a dash of cinnamon. I'm telling y'all, cinnamon, coffee, and chocolate, they go together. All right, you all, until next time, eat well and be well.